approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Tennessee's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Behind the line, it's Jackson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Quick release by the QB. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right?
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Volunteers are flying down the field.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Wide open downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and we just didn't see it on that play.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see...
It's a seam wide open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Waddle. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kick. They get through and it's blocked. That's a long ball.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
Breaks the tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Vols want to crank the tempo. Give to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his pack.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. There he goes! And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Nice move to keep running. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Volunteers are on the move.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
4 wideouts set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
From the gun on third down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Going to try to get it himself. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows it. They do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It is perfect. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The give on the inside. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man. It's Fowler. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to pass. It's Waddle. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They put points on the board on a couple of drives, but now they'd like to stick one in the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing bow. Go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the cavalry's coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets into play. Nice job by the defense.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time.
He could go off. Man, really? Coughing it up? Looked like he was going to do some damage, take that thing back to the house, and instead he coughs it up and gives it to the other team.
The give out of the gun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through.
Just drives it between the uprights.
They're now up 9-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To the air, it's Waddle. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go back to the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Thielen on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Vols headed quickly to the line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yes, so much.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. I know you want to stretch the field horizontally, but working a little vertical in wouldn't hurt either.
No, it wouldn't. You got to be able to work with some space. There's an entire field that we got to attack on offense right now. That was just way too much work for the little game.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. off play action. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4. Hunt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying to burn this defensive back. And Make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On the run, it's Moncrief. Oh, he's got some space. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Waddle. Pulls it in, it's Fowler. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Fowler. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun to give, looking for room. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Eakin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They go to the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to throw, it's Waddle. Hauls it in. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Sooners have this offense rolling.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. He's in open space downfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown ball. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Mississippi State. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. That hole closed quickly and pick up a 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got it down the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off play action on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew them.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
And the Vols are in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Vols will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Weeks. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense knocks. Immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. And the Volunteers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit problem, you need some mojo, something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally. They understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. The Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6.
He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. Having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run play action. Buys a little time. Under fire. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. On the run, it's Moncrief. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll ride the hot hand. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Vols, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll pull it on the read. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Got a little space. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Looking left. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and
turning it on! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before
That's a really nice read. This offense has had a lot of success with the running back getting the ball, right? Running the pitch. The quarterback doesn't anticipate that. He keeps the football, makes a nice read. Nothing but green grass, makes the big play on the run.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Going to run it. It's Moncrief. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There he goes. Powers through. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Red pass, it's complete. Wide open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Sooners.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Takes the handoff. It's Morris. Makes it past the marker. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on a 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Going for the big play. And it's picked off at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Takes the handoff. It's Moncrief. Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.